good to be here. I love George West. I've been coming and telling stories at the Storyfest since probably the second or third one. Now, when Possum plays dead, he doesn't think about it. He doesn't think about it any more than a sensitive plant thinks about it when you touch it and its leaves close up. But when Coyote plays possum, it's nothing but cunning. He's acting. A long time ago, there was a coon lived up in a tree, in the hollow of the tree, and it looked out over a little mezcal distillery. And this coon, he was curious, and he got himself a good place to watch, and he loved to watch the men working in the distillery. He loved to watch them bring the maguey juice in the goat skins, that sweet juice from La Piña, the heart of the maguey plant. And they would distill it and put it into bottles. And then sometimes in the middle of the night, Senor Coon would be sleeping real sound, and he'd wake up because the men were laughing so loud and acting like lunatics. And he'd look out at them. And he wondered about that. He wanted a chance to get to taste that mystical mezcal. Oh, he'd heard stories about mezcal, first cousin to the tequila. Folks said it was a little stronger and that it made you see things that were beautiful but weren't really there. Senor Coon, he wanted to try that. He'd heard that it was good for what ails you. There was a saying, para todo mal, mezcal, y para todo bien, también. For everything that's bad, mezcal, and also for everything good. Senor Coon, he was a solemn fella, but in his heart he loved to laugh, really. He just couldn't bring himself to do it. He thought if he got a little of that mezcal, maybe he'd be as happy as those men were. So he waited for his chance, and one night, they all left for a fiesta. And Senor Coon, he went down to where the mezcal bottles were. He took one of those bottles, stood up on his hind legs, took the cork out with his teeth, just like he'd seen those men do. And then he took a big drink of that mezcal. Hombre! Oh, fire burned through his body. Oh, it blazed through him. There were zigzags going up and down his spine. Oh, when he recovered, he felt a little better. He felt kind of springy. So he took another drink, a smaller one this time, and he laughed. Oh, that felt good. So he took another drink. Oh, he wanted to share this joy with somebody. So he picked up his bottle and he started down the road. Now, about that time, Senor Coyote was passing through the country. And he saw Senor Coon walking down that road, stopping and drinking and walking along, dawdling. He hid behind a prickly pear bush, and he watched him. Ooh, that fat fellow would make a fine meal. But then he looked again. I think that fella is drunk. He's going to be easy to catch. He'll never make it up a tree. So Coyote took out. He struck a long trot, circled around, got ahead of Senor Coon on the road. And he laid down on the road, kicked the dirt a little bit like a helpless animal, and all of a sudden, he was lifeless as a chunk of mud, laying in the road. Senor Coon came up upon Coyote. He stopped a little ways back. I believe that fella's dead. You know, I heard tell that the way you know if somebody's dead or not is you kick them in the stomach, and if they open their mouth and they stick out the tongue, then you know that they're dead, dead, dead. So Senor Coon walked on up to Senor Coyote, but not too close. He set down his bottle of mezcal, took his specs out of his vest pocket, put them on. Yes, that person is absolutely dead. But I think we should perform the test just to be sure. So he picked his bottle of mezcal back up. He kicked Senor Coyote right in the stomach. Coyote opened his mouth, stuck out his tongue, and Senor Coon was up the tree before you could say Jack Robinson. Oh, Senor Coon just laughed and Coyote slinked away. Pared mal mezcal y pared bien también. Playing possum.